exactly the turn of events Theresa May would have chosen with just a few days to go before the polls open. The charges themselves seem to have no wider implications and are anyway strongly denied by the candidate concerned. Craig McKinley, who won the South Thanet seat in 2015, defeating, among others, UKIP's Nigel Farage, insists he has done nothing wrong. But with Mrs May's campaign not going quite as smoothly as anticipated, possibly a bit of an understatement, this could be seen as yet another unwanted rock in the road.
Craig McKinley's 2015 victory over UKIP was an important one for the Tories.
I'd like to thank my campaign team and the many volunteers from nearby and further afield who have given their time to make this result possible here.
But questions were raised about that help by a Channel 4 News investigation. And now the Crown Prosecution Service have charged Mr McKinley with making false declarations of election spending. He does still have the Prime Minister's backing.
Well, the Conservative Party continues to believe that these allegations are unfounded. Craig McKinley is innocent until proven guilty, and he remains our candidate.
Today, Mr McKinley said the decision to charge him was shocking, and he wants to know why the CPS has done it so close to the election. He has always denied wrongdoing.
I've been saying this for 18 months now, that I've done nothing wrong and I acted honestly and properly throughout. Thankfully, we live in a country that is innocence is presumed, and there's not much more to say about that.
Across the 2015 election, Craig McKinley's local campaign declared £47,500 of spending. That was well within their legal limit of just over £52,000. But the Conservatives' national campaign also declared spending of £15,640 on hotel rooms for activists in the constituency. The Conservative Party has said that Tory activists who stayed at this hotel during the 2015 election were working on the national campaign and not on Craig McKinley's local campaign, and that their election expenses were correctly reported. Craig McKinley is a former accountant and was the deputy leader of UKIP before joining the Conservatives. Alongside him, the CPS has brought charges against Nathan Gray, his election agent at the time, and Marion Little, a local Tory party activist. Mr McKinley's 2015 opponent was on the campaign trail when he heard the news today.
You're joking? Oh my good Lord. Right, that's big news.
Well, once again, it is bad judgment from Theresa May. Why on earth would you allow someone to go ahead as a general election candidate when this cloud was clearly hanging over him?
But the Conservatives say other candidates accused of wrongdoing have been cleared, and there is agreement that the law in this area is confusing.
The electoral law could, of course, be clearer, and it's highly desirable that it should be clearer. At the moment, it is clear enough for candidates and parties, but they might have to do a little bit of digging around to find out precisely what it is and might have to take some advice about it.
Some voters in South Thanet had mixed views on whether Mr McKinley should remain a candidate.
I'm not necessarily going to vote for him, but it doesn't matter who it was, they are innocent until proven guilty by the law.
Do you think it's fair enough for him to remain as the candidate?
Yes, I do.
Yes, because, as you say, at the moment he is innocent.
But I think he should step down with the election coming up this next week.
They will all have their say long before these charges go to trial, but may well make their choice without regard to what remain unproven allegations. Carl Dinnan, News at 10, Ramsgate.